Good evening, everybody. We are back with another live. We've got 4 people on. Say good day, whoever you are. And we'll get stuck into this live now. I've got some stuff just keeping me all blind to who's here. Luke, Justin, thanks for the thumbs up. How you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. Who else have we got here? We got a few. Let yourselves be known. I'll just run through what we're doing. User 333. I can't remember your name. I think you've told me before, but thanks, mate, for tuning in. Mark's here. Daryl M., good evening. Good evening, guys. I hope you're well. Hope you had a good weekend, even though it was a bit drizzly and horrible this afternoon today. All day, really. Yesterday was better weather than we probably gave it credit for. I should have probably gone out, but had to do some stuff at home, so called it a home evening or home day weekend this weekend. So yeah, last month's live went pretty well. We were pretty happy with that. Everyone's here. Jade Cat, hey yeah, and Charlie Barnes, hello. How you going, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Just getting into the recap on last month, obviously, which is all good. Sound quality excellent. Very good. Says user 333. Right. So recap on last month. We went through what we did the month before and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, Connor's here. How you going, Connor? And so I'll get into some reports pretty much straight away. Don't have to really recap too much. Everyone that's here seems to have been here last time, so all good. Vic High Country Trout is what I did this month. This is where my trout report's coming from. It was pretty ordinary for myself. The last day, Sunday, went out for, was Mother's Day weekend. It was pretty slow going. It was tough, actually, for the first couple of days we were there. Sunday was the best day I had. I went out on my own, hit a creek that I've fished many times in my youth, former youthful times when I was in my, early childhood to early teens kind of thing. Only I was way further up the system this time. Saw, I don't know how many fish, probably over 100 fish. A lot of them were paired up and getting ready to spawn, or already spawning. I was able to coax a couple into eating, which is good, and end up with a few good fish, which you will see in the upcoming premiere tonight after this live. So make sure you jump over and check that out, guys. I was able to get some footage of the paired trout as well, which was pretty cool. And a little bit of unorthodox technique, me fishing for them from upstream. I was trying all kinds of things that day to try and get them to bite. So, it wasn't too productive, but I ended up with about half a dozen fish, which is good. So, yeah. So trout have been sort of a bit like this for me, but I've seen quite a number of posts and people are still catching fish. The lakes are starting to fire up, especially out west ways. Pretty good. So yeah, really cool. Cod, I got out on last weekend chasing cod with my friend Shane. We hit the Campaspe River, skinny water. It was incredibly slow. We didn't even get a touch. So it was a donut day for us. The water was looking really nice. It was pretty low. Clarity was nice. It looked fishy all day. We were like, sure, next snag or next bit of water, like we were sure that we were going to get a bite. We hung around longer than probably what we should have. But ended up with donuts anyways. Checked out a couple of potential trout zones as well. I saw a massive platypus in that river too. It was like 50 plus centimeters long. It was huge. That was awesome. Saw a bunch of carp, and Shano and I spooked one trout. So we know there's trout there. So we'll be going back there at some point to hit some trout. So yeah, who else is here? We got Carol Carpenter, woohoo. That's my mum, for anyone who's wondering. Jeff Bade, I'm here. Hello, Jeff. Good to see you here, mate. Robert Kerr says, hey. Hey, mate. How you going? Hope you're well. Anyway, so we'll keep going. That's right. This weekend, there was a couple of local guys to Campaspe area that were to that area where they actually caught fish. So it leaves with some hope for anyone that's still keen on chasing skinny water cod. So that's good. Who else we got? Yep, ultralight and BFS fishing 50 centimeter platypus. Is that legal? Jokes. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, Hawksy says, hey, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. What else we got? Oh, that's right. I was getting to local stuff. JCat has been my main local guy giving me any kind of information about fishing in suburbia, predominantly around the Craigieburn area. He's been using a lot more US type techniques, so like wacky rig, real finesse type sort of largemouth bass style sort of stuff, which is pretty cool. If Jay doesn't mind answering any questions about those techniques and how he's getting on a fish in around the Craigieburn area, particularly redfin, definitely give him a message. I'm sure he'd be happy to answer any questions on that because he's very keen and he's quite knowledgeable about the local area and catching redfin. So jump into that. I've got some Gippsland reports actually from a anonymous source. I'll just jump into that. Now, this is a pretty inclusive report, so you should get quite a bit of information here. So from South Gippsland all the way out to east. So we're starting with the Tarwin area. Fish are deep and hard work for people casting, but lots of people have been getting them on the troll. So if you are keen on getting down to the Tarwin area and trolling some lures through there deep, that would be a good shout, and decent numbers of good sized fish, sort of like your 40 plus centimeter fish are getting caught down that way. So definitely get down there and have a look. JCat says, hey, yep, he is happy to answer questions. So give him a shout out, give him a message. You can either comment on here asking him some if you want to get into the chat, or you can get to him on Instagram if you want to chat to him about the redfin guys. Okay, back onto the Gippsland reports. Mitchell is fishing slow. So Mitchell River is fishing slow, starting to slowly make their way up the river with a few around the Two Bells area. So brim fishing mainly we're talking about here. That's usually brim are starting to school up in these areas. So make use of your sounders and all that sort of stuff. I used to live just north of Craigieburn, but never hit it up. My mate fishes Merry Creek regularly. Good stuff. That is, ultralight and BFS fishing. Nicholson has been reasonably consistent, and fish will be starting to school up shortly and make their way upriver together, similar to the Mitchell there. So, that's cool. East Gippsland Flathead have started to slow right down, but fishing points with flow is your best bet to come across them. What else we got? Tamboon's been fishing really well with perch spread throughout the lake and down towards the mouth. Unsure if you want to share this or not, as it could upset some people. Oh, okay. Whoops. Too late. It's already shared. Okay. So, around the Tamboon area, that's that. Malakuta, still fishing well. Should be for the foreseeable future, with the mouth well and truly open for some time now. People still getting brim on surface. Can catch them however you want at the moment. Perch up the rivers on most good-looking snags. So that's that. There's another one for around the Paynesville area. Still fishing okay on vertical structure. Usually guys are using like, your vibes and things like that, or the muss if you're into that. That is the, what are they called? Oh, it's just the muscle vibe. There's another one that they use now. It's an Asakura lure. It's called the, I can't remember now. I've got it. It's Clamor. That's the one. The Clamor has been being used to some success at the moment as well. I've got some comments in here. Shaq Lures. Hi there, mate. G'day, Shaq Lures. I haven't seen you on the live, I don't think yet, mate, but thanks for joining in and saying g'day. If you want to check out Shaq Lures on Instagram, he makes some awesome custom wooden lures. He gave me a couple to paint a while back when I was doing my painting on Instagram. Haven't been doing that for a while now, but yeah, I've still got those lures. I bloody love them. They're so good. A little bit heavy for the really light gear for me, but they still cast pretty well, and they definitely catch fish. So check out Shaq Lures. He's got some awesome stuff. Dan Moore, some big browns at the Moe Erica area. Okay, very cool. That's awesome, actually. Never really put a lot of time into the Moe Erica area. Are you talking about the Tyres River there, mate? I think it might be that. If it's not Tyres, it'll be something else. Maybe the Thompson or something like that. JCat, worth giving a shot. Yep, ultralight BSF fishing. They want it low and slow, right on their nose. So that's a little hint into the BFS and the finesse fishing that they're doing, that Jay's doing on the redfin at the moment. Last for the reports that I got off the anonymous sort would be the Metro, with all this rain, should really stir up the Jews and perch. So that being mulloway and perch. Bridges and tide changes are the go if you are going to hit anything in the Metro area for that. So that's a pretty good report, I think, for this month. I am very happy with that. By the way, if you are getting something out of this video, drop a like on the live, as we always say. If you want to use anything in the supers area of things to help the monetary side of things grow, that obviously helps us, pay for giveaways and things like that, which we try to do every month. I only get a YouTube check probably once every 3 months, so it makes it a little bit hard to commit to that. But I'm really, really committed to trying to do this for you guys and keep this community growth going for you. So yeah, that's the idea. What do we got? A couple of comments in here. Yeah, that's interesting, J-Cat. It's always caught my redfin on swim baits. Okay, caught a 41 recently on a small Meps too. This is out in Western Vic. Okay, fair enough. Dan Moore, yeah, mate, Tangel, Thompson Rivers, fish up to 60 centimeters. Wow. That's really, really cool, especially in the Moe Erica area. I haven't actually, really found it as a known big fish fishery, but I mean, it's a big enough system. There'd have to be some decent trout in there. So that's very cool and a good insight. So, yeah, thanks, Dan. Really appreciate that. What else we got? What we got up to this month? Oh, yeah, that's right. So I said it's been a bit slower for me this month. Things are cooling down, fishing a little bit tougher, obviously across the board, because I'm a multi-species kind of guy. I don't like to sit on one thing all the time. I'm always jumping around on different species and trying to do things. So yeah, that's what I'm into. Does make it sometimes a little bit haphazard with results in fishing for me, but I'm always keen to try and chase something different and spice it up, change it up. That's what I do. Anyways, yeah, as well as that, with the rain and the weather and all that sort of stuff, does make it a little bit challenging to do good filming for you guys and make videos that, of a quality that I want to share on the channel. Hopefully what this premiere is going to be an example of as a quote unquote better video for you guys to view. Well, I hope you find it that way anyway. I do go to some effort to do these. Yeah, had a good weekend away with Mum for Mother's Day. Obviously, we went fishing together. Didn't catch much. I got one on a spinner, which I gave to Mum for lunch, which is my, I guess, Mother's Day present on the day for that one. So that was that. And the Sunday, I ended up with half a dozen, as I said, on the actual Mother's Day. But yeah, that was that. And earlier in the month, I got out and did some filming with the Hook Up Bait and Tackle team. Those guys invited me out to chase some estuary perch, which was really fun. I really enjoyed that. Took one of my handmade surface lures with me, and within an hour of arriving at the first spot in the middle of the night, I ended up landing my personal best, which was a 51 centimeter EP. So the buff on that thing was as big as some cod buffs I've had. It was insane. It was such a deep suck. It's like a massive implosion. It sounded so good. And yeah, that was an experience. And I can't thank the Hook Up Bait and Tackle team enough for inviting me out to that one. Did some good filming for them. Did a bit of a reel or a short, whatever you want to call it, Instagram reel for them. I try to do a bit of their online content. So that's sort of like a side project I've got going at the moment to help them guys grow a community on social media. So if you want to check out any of my videos from there, and obviously just check out the shop, go and do that. And yeah, we'll be doing that as often as we possibly can. The more trips we can organise together, the better the filming, and the more often the filming will happen. So that's the idea there. Ultralight Fishing says, wow, 51 centimetre EP, that's awesome. That will be hard to top. Yeah, I've heard that a few times now, mate. Yeah, I said to the guys jokingly, I said, I can retire from EP fishing now. And they're just, shut up, you bastard, because I think Glenn's still after a 50 centimetre perch, and he got a 49 on the same night, which was as close as he's gotten. I reckon that's not a bad effort. And then Casey got a 48 the next day during the day session when we went out in the kayak. So yeah, that was a really ripper weekend. I was super chuffed with that. So yeah, good effort, good fish, just a great weekend out, really. It was there's a ripper day, a ripper time. Now what do we got here? When I say swim baits, I'm talking plastics like 2.5 inch paddle tails, not jointed swim baits. Oh, okay. So that's what he was referring to with swim baits. Cool. Epic session. Lee. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. What's on for next month? Right. So we'll get into that. Next month, I've got a couple of product videos to do. So that'll be either filmed and put out, one this next month and the other the next month probably. I try to spread them out as much as I can. At the moment, I'm just trying to commit to at least one decent video per month. So sorry if it's going to be a little bit spread out for you, but I'd rather give you one good video than 4 haphazard crap videos, if you know what I mean. So that's the idea. More quality over quantity, as they say. What else we got? Yeah, so I've got a travel rod video to do. It's like a review. That's a bone rod, which is really high quality product. We'll get to that in that video. And OSAR Australia New Zealand dry bag backpack thing that I've been using for the last couple of seasons. Got some good review for that as well. So anyone that's into video filming or just carrying a lot of gear that I don't want to get wet, should check that bag video out when it comes out. I've got another one lined up, which I'm probably just going to compile a lot of footage that I get from a lot of trout fishing, and which I've got a fair bit now of, but I'm just going to get some key shots out of that one. I want to do a stream craft video for you guys as well. So that'll be probably leading into when trout season opens up again, so you guys can enjoy that and maybe use that as a resource for getting into trout, especially if you're getting started in trout fishing as well. It should be a good one for you guys to watch, hopefully. So that's that. I mentioned last month that I had plans to spend some money on the boat. That hasn't happened yet. I've had a few, what did I say, financial setbacks this last month. So, yeah, hopefully I can sort that out. It's still a high priority for me, but obviously keeping bills paid and things like that is obviously higher. So I don't want to be kicked out of my house and not have electricity and all things like that. So, they're main things you got to keep up with, of course. But, yeah, all the normal things. And that's that. Mind you, with the videos and product videos and everything else that I was speaking about, if you have any ideas or are there any products that you want to see me review or first look at, any deeper look into anything like that, any informative based videos that might benefit you guys, let me know what that is. Shoot me an email. That's thefishermansoffice@gmail.com, or jump a comment on one of the videos. I'm happy to take any feedback or any review type stuff on board. I really want to do things that you guys want. That's pretty much what I want to do. Anything that you guys want to see from me is what I want to know about. So let me know and I'll make the video. That's how it goes. Anyways, we are pretty much done nearly. Oh, by the way, if you didn't see my video, my story earlier or my post earlier, the giveaway is 2 prizes tonight. I've got one for your trout heads in a 70mm Daiwa DR non-jointed. So that's the normal 70mm. And I've got one of the shallow running double clutches, which I reckon would go well on the trout. If I can get it to sit right in the box. Gold's a good color to use this time of year as well. So we've got trout season closing up soon. So if you want to use these, get out soon. It closes the 13th of June, I believe, this year. So get your trout going, get your trout fishing going before it closes up, especially in the rivers. Crispy, hey, everyone. Everyone say hello to Crispy. He said hello. Anyways, there you go, mate. Hopefully you're enjoying the live so far. Drop a like on it. Again, as we said before, we are enjoying a good run through this. First prize tonight is one of the brand new Megabass AU Twitcher mag drafts. Rainbow trout pattern. This should be a good one for anyone still using sort of semi-conventional gear, not the big swim baits, but should be good either in the rivers or in the lakes, up shallow, that sort of thing. This is a slow floating, basically a soft plastic glide bait for anyone who's wondering. A little bit different to your standard mag draft, like the 8-inch and 10-inch mag drafts. They're a sinking lure. I've got a big boot tail on them. So yeah, anyone who's keen on the cod in the rivers or the lakes should find a use for this in their tackle box. I didn't want to go too big. I know it's winter and everyone's, seems to get hung up on the big bait thing, but obviously I want this to be suitable for multiple uses. So hopefully you enjoy the use of that, whoever it is. I haven't even actually got one of these in my tackle box. I bought it for you first, so feel privileged, people. Yes, 11:59 p.m. Monday, 12th of June, season close. There you go. So I said 13th, but yes, you're right. Daryl says nice. Hoxie said should be a flathead weapon too. Yeah, 100%. That'd be an awesome flathead lure. Just that right size. It's like 7 inches or something, somewhere around that sort of length. Not massive, but not super small either. And you would, likely be able to cast it on some of your more conventional gear, so your 200 size reel and your 60, something like a bass, a cod freak or something like would still throw that, no worries, I reckon. So yeah, very good. I thought flathead as well, says Daryl M. Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is not too dissimilar in profile and size to, your Gancraft, jointed claws, your slide swimmer, depth slide swimmers, that sort of thing, or if you went with an ice slide or something like that, maybe a little bit bigger in profile. I think they're a little bit of a deeper lure actually, but yeah, very cool. That's the giveaway. I'm going to do some Q&A now. I only get a couple of Q&As. I did leave the post to I left the Q&A post to a bit late actually. So yeah, that's that. So I've only got a couple, but here we go. Just going to get them up for you so I don't forget who I'm talking to. I got one from JCat actually from earlier in the piece. If you could pick one lure for each species, what would it be? Trout, cod, yellows, and bass. Yellows is going to be hard. I'll probably get to that one last. But trout, I would say a bladed spinner. Literally just a bladed spinner, like either a Blue Fox Vibrax or like in the standard purge pattern, like the goldy brassy color. That thing will catch trout year round. If I only had one lure to use for trout, that would be what it is, because they still get fooled by it. I don't know how, but they still get fooled by it every time. I love my hard bodies, obviously, but if I wanted to shear it in the head or whatever, I don't know what I'm trying to say. If I wanted to knock it all on the head and have one lure for the rest of my life with chasing trout, it'd be one of those or something like a Celta, any of those sort of bladed spinners in that normal copper kind of color or that goldy silvery color. Yeah, cod, got to be a spinnerbait. Reason for that is, well, again, you only need a spinnerbait to catch cod. You really do. You could fill your tackle box with them and catch them year round, doesn't matter when. So if you could have a choice of varying weights, it would be, a 5/8, a half ounce, and an ounce, something like that. So you can vary your drop speed a little bit, but that's about it. So, but yeah, a spinnerbait would be the one lure of choice. I love a top water hit, don't get me wrong, but for sheer numbers, definitely have to be that. Ultralight and BFS fishing seems to be a common answer that on the inline spinner. I asked an American YouTuber the same thing, and he said a MEPS. Yeah, you can't really go away from them, really. I mean, I've still got spinners in my tackle box. Like if nothing's working, I chuck a spinner on, and usually I get one. Actually, the trout that I caught on Saturday, the weekend, it was doing crap for me, and I got that one for Mum for lunch. That was on a spinner. So I was watching it. It came up from like 4 feet deep, hit something on the top, went back down to the bottom. And I'm like, I just ran a hard body through there 15 times. Like, how the hell am I going to get something down to that where it's might eat? And I chucked a spinner on, let it just drift down right near its face, and it was close enough for it to want to eat it. So there you go. Yeah. Dive Presso minnows are the best for trout, in my opinion. Limb Reaper Tree Services. Yeah, man, I've been loving the Pressos as well. I absolutely love that lure. My best trout of the season caught on a Presso 95 this year. That wasn't on a video. I might put that up as a reel at some point because I didn't really like the footage as much. I wasn't going to make a full video out of it. I dropped and lost a second good fish. It would have been probably a little bigger that same day, and that was that. Ultralight and BFS fishing. God, I can't say your name very well. Have you seen those Black Magic branded spinners come with a tiny swivel, which is handy? No, I can't say I have, mate. I'll be honest with you. I haven't used swivels or snap swivels or anything like that to tie on lures for God knows how long. I just tie them on now. There's nothing wrong with using swivels, whatever you want to do, especially on a bladed. If you're only using bladed spinners, I mean, like if you want to change up a color or something like that, you just snap it off, snap it on. They're not made of anything particularly natural looking anyway. They're meant to sink, so it's not like you need it for a good action or anything else like that. Good to stop line twists. I guess, yeah, that's probably one thing that's a benefit to it. You're not wrong there, for sure. Absolutely. But yeah, I just find myself not really ever thinking or needing to do it for the fishing that I do. But yeah, Connor has asked, what's the plans for winter? Winter plans are to do these product videos for you guys, as I said before, and obviously try to have my boat ready to go for the tail end of winter, and hopefully get a good session in at Eildon, or at least a couple of good sessions in at Eildon before the end of winter, and then before the end of cod close. So that'd be the idea for that. And what have I been chasing recently? Well, I've been chasing perch, I've been chasing trout, and I've been chasing cod. Got perch, got trout, didn't get cod. So been a relatively okay month, I suppose, in terms of results for the fishing. Didn't get a video out of 2 of those sessions. We got a video out of 1, which you'll see after this. So that is that. Anyone else got any questions? I'll leave the chat open for any Q&A if you are keen to know anything or you want to ask a question. I'm happy to answer those. So jump in and have a look. Brenton McDonald says, hi all. Hi, Brenton. You're dropping in a little later than what we probably would wish for, but that's okay. We're just at the tail end of the live. So yeah, anyone got any Q&A for us while we're here? Anyone know how Hopkins River out west is going? I wouldn't have a clue because I basically never fish there. Anyone out west fishing Hopkins at the moment know if there's any good whatchamacallit, any good fishing, any good brim, any good EPs, any good anything going on? Asking for a mate. Yep, Ultralight and BFS Fishing says, yeah, I'm in Warrnambool. Love the bullet. Dan Moore says, love the bullet lures. Recently got a 58 centimeter brown and a few mid 50s on them. I'm assuming this is in that Moe Erica area you were talking about earlier, Dan. Again, Dan, thanks a lot for the good info, mate. That's not many people are particular to share that kind of thing, so we do appreciate that, mate. Hopefully that doesn't wreck any spots for you, if that's any consolation. But I'll be very much appreciative of that sort of information. You don't have to divulge location or anything else like that. As well as the anonymous source that I got the Gippsland information off. Thank you to that person. That's obviously fleshed out the reports quite well. Obviously, it doesn't give away too much information, of course. It's just telling you, a basic area. You still need to be having some sort of knowledge on, what you're doing to actually find the fish and get them. But that does give you a bit of a free kick there. So that's good. Last week, a mate got a few brim 40s in the 40s between Deakin and the Caravan Park. That's cool. Chris B, whereabouts in the high country did you fish? Hope it was around Howard Jamison areas. Not that end of the high country, mate. A little bit too close to Melbourne for me. I went a bit further. I was in the upper systems that lead into Dartmouth, so Upper Mitter, Kabungra, that sort of area. Not exactly those rivers, but I was in a similar area, looking at, basically the smaller systems that run into those. So that's, I did fish the Kabungra. That was not so productive, but yeah. Fish on the edges or out deep. Mike is asking to, ultralight BFS fishing. Anyways, but that's where I was out, and it was gorgeous weather. I couldn't have asked for a better weekend, actually, that weekend. It was fantastic, even though it was freezing cold at night time. We'll get down to about 1 degree of chilliness, which was very, very cold. But it's just fantastic weather. There's no super winds or anything like that. It was and it was sunny. It got up to like 15 degrees. Beautiful, balmy sunshine. It was fantastic to get out there and enjoy that. The fish that I got weren't big trophy, big browns, like holding this up like this to the camera and stuff like that. But it's just some seriously nice, stream fish. A couple of small ones as well, obviously, which get through in there. It's slow starting, but I think I depict that in the premiere that's coming up in the next video, guys, which I'll keep into soon. We'll get to giveaway stuff in a sec as well. If anyone's still here and would like to be entered into the giveaway, and we had the please don't enter me joke last time. So let's say, do you want to be in the draw or do you want to be in the giveaway? Let me know in the comments here. I'll put you down on the wee wheel here and we'll get you going. So In Shallow says, my tons of mullet in the Merry River. If you're looking for bait, put a 39 centimeter. Put Mark Whitford down. He wants a AU Twitcher, I reckon. I reckon he wants one. I'd want one too, but I'm a dickhead. I bought someone else one instead. All right, Mark, you're going in. Mark Whitford. At least I know where you live, Mark. I can drop it off to you. Who else we got? J Cat wants to be entered in. J Cat, you'll be screwed if you win the AU Twitcher because you haven't. I don't think you've even fished with cod before. Do you even have a paid caster? Oh, goodness me. But there is trout lures there to be won too. Who we got? Daryl M. Charlie Barnes is here again. We got Limb Reaper Tree Services. I'm just going to put Limb Reaper. I'm sure you'll figure out the rest in there. Ranger with no fish. Connor's going to get back on it. Did you win one last time? I can't remember. You won one of these, didn't you, Connor? Can't remember if you did or not. Jeff Bade is well and truly going to enjoy some trout or some cod lures, I'm sure. Riley Downing, yes, please. Riley Downing, jump into the, yep. Robert Kerr, got a few jumping in today, which is good. Is it the AU Twitcher or is it, just because you love me? Luke Justin. Luke Justin, user 333. Hawksy wants to go in. He wants an AU Twitcher for sure. Limb Reaper, love it. Yeah, it is a good name. I like that as well. Dan Moore, yep, for sure. Dan Moore. We've got anyone else? We'll give it another couple of minutes. Yeah, well, you know me, Connor. Goodness me. All right. While we're waiting for other people to jump in and enter, if there's anyone else, I'll go through my best catches of the month were 51 centimeter estuary perch caught on a homemade top water walker. Fantastic. Add me again. I think you're in there, aren't you? Oh, no, you're not, Mike. Sorry, mate. You are in here now. You're in. All right. What do we got? Yeah, so 51 centimeter estuary perch is my best catch of the month this month. And also probably about, I would have been close to 40, I reckon, the brown that I got, the biggest brown I got of this next session that you'll see in video. So they were my best fish of the month this month. Anyone else want to share their best fish of the month? Let us know and jump it down in the comments. Leave a super chat if you want, whatever you want to do. All goodly. That 51 is going to be near impossible to top. Yeah, I reckon it will be, mate. I reckon it will be. Considering the amount of time that I put into perch fishing, I doubt that's going to ever happen again. So, yeah, I'm very pleased to have ticked that one off. Very good. Dan, I gave a few spots away. I should be in it. Well, we can't rig it, mate, but I'm definitely rooting for you. But thank you a lot. Thanks a lot. I really mean that for that info. It was really, really good. And it's got me keen to check it out, that's for sure, if you're getting that many good things. I've caught one native all month, that being a yellow belly on an old mate. Had a massive buff from a big cod, though. Well, the buff's good, and at least you know where he is, so you can go and check him out again. Hopefully the hook stick on the next time you go out and chase that bloke. Mate, Charlie, that'd be good. How big was the yellow belly, if you don't mind me asking, and what was that? Yeah. Are you familiar with BFS fishing? Seen any Japanese trout stream fishing BFS vids? I haven't seen any Jap fishing ones, but there was an English bloke that I watched for a while who was using BFS stuff. And there's one other guy in Melbourne who uses BFS stuff as well, who I've seen using that on trout, which is pretty cool, man. And I really appreciate the super chat, man. I really do. Thanks so much. That's the first super chat of any live goes to Yep Ultralight and BFS Fishing. So thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. Charlie Barnes says 35 and 40 centimeters, maybe 35 to 40, maybe. So mid-30s. That's cool. That's cool. That's good fish, man. That's not bad at all. But yes, big, massive shout out to Yep Ultralight and BFS Fishing. I got your name right that time for the super chat. Appreciate it a lot. Big one. So, yeah. Anyone else got any fishing stuff they want to say? Any catches they've had this month before we do a giveaway? We just want to do a giveaway. Shout out to the giveaways. in the comments if you want to get the giveaway underway, and we'll get it underway. Now, bugger it, we'll get it out of the way. Okay. Now, we have got a big wheel coming. No worries, mate. I appreciate your effort. Thank you very much, mate. We've got the wheel going. It's all in black and white. Here we go. This is for second prize. Hawksy gets the trout lures. Alex, well done, mate. You got a non-jointed DR and a shallow double clutch. You'll probably use that in your estuary stuff as well, I'm sure. I just realised I have a cup of tea here that is now 37 minutes old, and it's lukewarm at best. Second prize, redraw it. I'm not going to redraw it. First prize is coming up. Who gets the AU Twitcher? Hopefully it's a codfisher, because that'll be a disaster. Daryl M, you get the Mega Bass AU Twitcher. Congratulations, mate. Hawksy, I think I know where you live already, but I'll probably just drop that off to you because you're not far away from me. And yeah. I was only, hang on a second. Hawksy says, I was only in it for the AU. Someone else can have the minnows. Oh, if you're absolutely sure of that, mate, sure, we'll have a redraw on that. If you're not keen on the trout lures, we can do that again. That's no problem. Hawksy gets, he has quite a collection of trout lures. I've seen them myself, so I'm sure he doesn't need them, so that makes sense. I have a full tray of 60 and 80 millimeters minnows already. Good guy, Alex. Yes, you are. Top bloke, mate. Thank you very much for that. So we have a second chance on the trout lures. Hopefully you get it. Hopefully deserving when he gets it. Yeah, there we go. I'll learn to speak English at one point during this live, for sure. Who we got? Trout lures. Robert Kerr. Thank you, mate, for entering, and congratulations. I hope you enjoy those lures. Get to me with an email. Shoot an email to thefishermansoffice@gmail.com. Leave us your details. God, I will speak English at some point tonight. Leave us your details. I'll either post them out, or if you're local to me, I'll drop them off personally. Leave them in your letterbox with a slam of the box and a smile on the face. I hope you guys really enjoyed tonight's live. I hope you tune in for next month's. Thanks again for all your support, checking out everything. And we will run the premiere straight after this is finished up. So jump over there, give it a look, watch some trout fishing with us, and we'll see you next month. Thanks a lot, guys. See you there.